Hey, hey, how are you doing? Today is Monday. So I'm here to talk about weight loss versus fat loss. Yes, we're going to be talking about that right now because I know a lot of people seem to be on this journey for weight loss. And I'd like to ask you, at what expense do you want this weight loss? So when it comes to weight loss, right? It's not hard. I'm going to be completely honest. It's not hard to lose weight. It's really not. All you got to do is not eat for a long period of time and you'll lose weight, right? Yes, it works that way. But is that really healthy? So I want you to have this mindset during this conversation right now. Well, it's not really a conversation because I'm kind of talking to the camera and you're listening to it, but maybe you can answer while I'm talking to you and then it kind of be like a conversation. So, yeah, let's try that out. So, I want you to think of something during this time that you're watching this video. When you're on this journey, what is the whole point of this journey? Is the whole point for you to fit into a dress, or is it for you to be healthy and to live long and to like pretty much have a really good life, right? Like I would hope that's what you're on this journey for. And I would hope that that's why you want to make it a long lasting journey and a lifestyle, because you want it to be something that's going to be sustainable in the long run, right? So when you're thinking about this journey, I want you to think, okay, well, if I'm going to, let's say, crash diet, or I'm going to do like, I don't know, name one of the diets that's out there that work for a short amount of time and then when you stop, they're not going to work anymore. What is that bringing you? That's bringing you weight loss. That's not bringing you fat loss. And fat is what you want to get rid of, which is why I always say it's really good to do weight training, because you're going to build muscle and that muscle is going to replace the fat that's in your body. I'm a testament to this, guys. I weighed at my heaviest like 220 something pounds. Like it was insane. Like I was like, what? What? Okay, whatever. I was there, okay? And I actually got there twice because after I had Nayama, yeah, I was enjoying those poutines. And hey, I'm from Montreal, okay? I was enjoying poutines and a lot of carbs, and I really didn't care. So I gained a lot of weight with her. And then I lost it. Now, the thing is, the way to lose it in a sustainable way is to pick up some weights. You need to get some muscle in your body because the muscle is going to replace the fat. And when you're doing it that way, where your muscle is replacing your fat, as you're losing your fat, you're not gonna have that like that saggy skin that you see a lot of people have when they lose weight really quickly. You're not gonna have that because you're gonna be toning up and tightening up your skin as you're building this muscle, right? And as you're losing the fat. So here's one thing I want you to think about. When you're losing a pound of fat, right? What does that represent for you? What does a pound of fat represent for you? I'm giving you time to answer, so this is like a conversation. I know you saw what I did there. Yes. What does losing that fat represent to you? Does it mean that you're going to be thinner? Not necessarily. If you have been following me on my social media for a very long time, you will see there was, I would say, the year and a half to 2 years before I had Nayama, I was pretty much around the same weight, in the 172 to 178 range. But I looked smaller and smaller every time. Every time people kept saying, "Oh my God, you're getting so much smaller." And I'm like, I weigh the same. But yes, my inches were going down. And that was because I was replacing the fat with muscle. And that's what you want to do. You want to replace the fat with the muscle. And this is why it's important. Yes, it's important to look at the scale, because I feel like the scale is a tool just like anything else, just like the inch measure is a tool for you to be able to measure your waist, measure your thighs, measure your legs, measure your arms, measure your bust, measure your chest, measure everywhere. I like taking measurements and I love taking pictures and I love using the scale. I like all three because those are all indications of what you're doing. When you go on the scale, you might start a new program. Like, okay, so I'm going to be starting a program August 17th, okay, with my group. And we're going to be doing muscle burns fat, the one that I asked you guys to try that out. We're going to be doing that program. That first week, people are going to lose weight. They're going to lose weight and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing. I lost so much weight." But they need to realize that's a lot of water weight. That's a lot of inflammation that they're going to be losing. So you're going to be losing weight, yes, but it's going to become stagnant after a while. It's in the long run that you're going to notice the difference. So at the beginning, yes, you'll lose weight. No matter what you do, you will lose weight. But what I really want everyone to think about is that I don't want you to lose weight. I want you to lose fat. Because when you're losing weight and you're losing muscle, because trust me, if you're just doing cardio, you're not building any muscle. So if you're just doing cardio, you're going to be losing weight. So you're going to be losing muscle with that as well. You don't want to lose muscle because you want your body to feed on muscle. If your body is lacking in nutrients, that's another thing. A lot of people, they lower the amount of calories that they eat, right? So they just have shakes all day and they'll have like one meal. That's not sustainable. So let's say if you do that, right? And you lower the amount of calories that you're having in your day. Well, did you know that lowering your calories is totally a recipe for overeating? Why is that? Because your body's looking for nutrients. Your body's looking for the nutrients that it needs from the food. Because remember what I told you guys in all these videos. Food is fuel. Food is information for your body. If your body does not have that, it's going to look for it. And it's going to look to your muscles to get it because your muscles is the thing that holds the most nutrients in there. So it's going to eat at your muscles. Do you really want your body to be eating at your muscles? No. You worked hard to build those muscles. You don't want to be eating at your muscles. That's not going to be good for you. So this is why I want you guys to think about how can I lose fat and not how can I lose weight? Okay, so I want that focus to be losing fat because fat is the thing that you don't want. You don't want a whole bunch of fat on your body. You want to lose the fat, not the weight. Okay, so here's another example that you could think about. So let's say you have two people. You compare two people, right? And they're both slim. Okay? Even say skinny. You can say skinny if you want to say skinny. But one of them is fit. They're slim, but they have muscle. They have nice lean muscles. So like look at the trainers that you're seeing in all these videos. None of them are like fat, right? Like they're all pretty slim, but they're all muscular. They all have muscle, even if they don't look like a man, because ladies, we're not going to look like a man just by lifting up weight. So forget about that idea. But even if they don't look like a man, they're muscular. You could tell that they have nice, lean cut muscles, right? And then you look at someone that's slim, same size, with no muscles. They obviously have a lot more fat than someone like Autumn or like Shalene or any of the trainers that you saw. Dallas, Megan, anybody, Jericho, all of them. They have the muscle and they're small. But then you have someone that's small with a lot of fat and they're running up a flight of stairs and they're tired. I know a lot of slim people that run up a flight of stairs and are tired. And that is because they have a lot of fat on them. So it's not just because you're slim that you're good, that you're healthy, that you don't need to worry about anything. You could be slim and still be unhealthy, just like you can be big and have a lot of muscle on you, right? Like when I was 170 something, like I think my lowest was like 171 or something like that, I was still considered big-ish based on my height. Because I think based on my height, I'm supposed to be like 140 pounds or something. That's never going to happen. I do not want to get to 140 pounds. I like my muscle. Yes, I got some fat that I could get rid of. Yes, I do. But I like where I am, right? And that's because I have muscle. Yes, I have some fat, but I have muscle. So when I get rid of the fat that's over that muscle, I'm still going to have that muscle and I'm still going to want to keep that muscle. So I'm not going to want to go down to like 140 pounds. That's it. To me, that's not going to feel right with my body shape, with my body type, right? So you can be a little bit bigger than the norm and still be fit because you have muscle versus having fat, because the fat is going to attack so many parts of your body. It's going to attack your organs. It's going to go on your arteries. You're just not going to be healthy. And you don't want that. You want to be healthy. I want you to be healthy. In the long run, I want you to be healthy. So I want you to think when you're eating, when you're working out, when you're going through life, and you see all these things that lose 10 pounds in 20 days and Okay, if you lose 10 pounds in 20 days, how are you losing the 10 pounds in 20 days? Are you working out and you're eating properly? So technically the 10 pounds in 20 days, they're counting the fact that you're going to be losing a lot of water weight, and they're not telling you that like 3 weeks later you're going to gain a lot of it back. Okay, fine. But if you're losing the 10 pounds in 20 days by cutting your calories, by just doing cardio, I can tell you right now, yeah, you're gonna get smaller. But is that the point? I don't know. To me, that's not the point. To me, the point is to be healthy. And to be healthy, you've got to get rid of that fat and get some muscle. Because even growing, like when we get older, we're getting older every single day, guys. We need muscle. Like that's one thing. Even like before this whole thing with my grandmother and everything like that, her doctor told her, you need to build some muscle. So you need to do some things to build some muscles, right? Because you need muscle as you're getting older. Your muscles deteriorating as you get older. So you need to build that up, and you need to sustain that. You need to keep it going. So you don't want to get rid of your muscle just to get smaller, right? So think of the long term, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. We want fat loss, not muscle loss. We want that muscle. Kiss your muscles. Hug your muscles. Be proud of your muscles. That took a lot of work to get those muscles. They're in there, and you could build them even more. And don't worry, girls, we are not going to look like bodybuilders. You have to eat a ridiculous amount of food, and you have to do workouts in a certain way to be able to look like that. And that's not what we're going for. All right? We want nice, lean, cut muscles with some nice skin that's not sagging. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the groove.